Okay, so this is the D Dunne one. You'll see it's a 60-mark question. Don't worry too much about that. It only asks you to do the balance sheet. We're going to do both. Okay, just for practice. So this one's quite straightforward. I don't think there's depreciation in it. Um, so we should get through quite quickly. All right, so it's the same job as the last time. We'll start at the top and work our way down. On the first, he lodged 570. So that's our capital. We'll get that in. On the same day, he buys a business for 530. So we're going to use that to work out our goodwill. So goodwill is the 530, and we're going to take away the value of the business. Uh, so the value of the business is buildings 500, stock of 12.8, um, rates prepaid of 2.4, debtors of 26.3, and trade creditors takeaway of 47.5, and wages due of 4.2. So I'll just work that out. Equal 40,200, which seems unbelievably high, but anyway, that's what it is. Okay, I'm gonna put in all my stuff from the bottom. I've got my stock, current asset, uh, 14.1. I've got my debtors, 33.6. Assets creditors, 29.9. Electricity due, 740. Interest earned by the fund at 855, so that's our investment income. We'll make investments. And we'll write plus 55. And then I've also put in my closing stock over here as a minus 14. 1. Okay, back up to the top. Building's 500,000. Go down and see what other building he bought. So he bought a building costing 500,000, or he had buildings costing 500,000. Then he borrowed another premises costing a further 380. So 530 plus 380. Which is 910,000. So sorry, it's not 530 plus 380, it's 500 plus 380. So that's straightforward enough. I was just checking to see if there's depreciation or any valuation to put in, but there's not. All right, so we can move that 880 over here, and we move on. So stock 12.8, that can go straight in your opening stock. 3 months rates prepaid. Well, that's our rates working. So we'll go down and find our rates. They were 10,400. Add the prepaid at the start of the year. With 3 years, 3 months of 2.4. So that's 12. That's 3 months. So there has to be 3/12 of 10,400. Which is 2,600. So it's 10,200 as our rates figure. Now, as you recall in the last one, I forgot to put in the bloody rates prepaid, so I won't do that this time. So 2,600, and we put in our rates as an expense. Just check that there's no drawings. There's no drawings on the rates, so the 10,200 can go in. Okay, so that's our rates done. Debtors 26.3, you can skip that. Creditors, you can skip that. And wages due gets added on to, taken away from wages and general expenses. So 94,000. We're going to take away the wages due of 4,200. All right, so that's that's all the stuff in the top done. As you can see, we're getting through this fairly quickly. I'll open up my drawings working one. So drawings. The first part is stock, which he takes 140 a week. So 140 by 52. And then we've our cash, which he takes 170 a week. Which is 8840. Okay. He borrowed 450. Let's stick that in there originally, then see how he's repaying it. He's repaying it by investment, so it'll stay as 450, right? He's 380 to buy premises. We've dealt with that. It was agreed that interest will be paid the last day of each month at 4% per annum. So we'll do our interest working. So it's 4% at 450. And he's borrowed that over the 1st of the 9th, so 9, 10, 11, 12, so by 4 12s. Which is 6,000. Remember, loan interest due is going to be 6,000 minus whatever he's paid. So nearly paid interest of 4 or 5, which means there's a loan interest due of 1,500, which is current liability. The loan interest itself, then 6,000. We will take away the drawings on it, which is interest 20%. So 20% of 6,000 is 1,200. So that gives you a loan interest as an expense of 4,800. Okay, and I'll put in the 1,200 as my drawings. Capital sum is to be paid in one lump sum, and to provide for this, he's transferring 5,900 on the last day of each month. So the investment is going to be 5,900 by 4, which I really don't need to be in the middle of the drawing, so I'll take it down here. So that's 23,600. And then I remember to add on my 65 or 55, so 23,655. That's my investment. Okay, so that's all dealt with. During the year, lodge receipts from the cash register 135,000. So that is we may have to work out the bank figure in this. We will. All right, so I'll come back to that at the end. They don't give us the bank figure, so if he's lodging money and spending money, we actually have to work out how much is there. So I'm going to come back to that because that's new, and I might have to have a little bit of a think about it myself. But anyway, lodges dividends of 4.7. So that's capital introduced. So the 4.7 is in. Then he pays his light and heat 9.3. Now, is there light and heat due? There is electricity due at the bottom, and there's a drawing, so we'll do the working. So, light and heat is 9,300. Add the due at the bottom of 740. That gives you 740 and 93 is 10,0040. Is there drawings on it? There is 20%. So drawings is 2008. Sorry, 74. Yeah, 2008. So we'll put that 2008 in here. That's done. It's a shame it's not 750. Make life an awful lot easier, but anyway, that's what it is. All right, so the expense then is 8032. So that's for light and heat. Interest 4.5 I've done, wages I've done, equipment 14,000. So that's our current asset, our fixed asset. Just make sure there's no equipment at the top. I missed it like I did the last time, but there isn't. It's no depreciation, so we can put it straight in. Rates I've done, and the college fees. Now, it's the son's college fees. So all we can assume is that all of it is, it doesn't tell us the sum works for the business or anything, so all we can do is assume that all of that college fees is drawings. We're not told anything else regardless of it. So that's 3.5 is in, and it's gone into my drawings. So we need to start finishing it out. Let me just check. I'll just add up my drawings. There was no other drawings. There was no drawings on the equipment. There was, sorry. It's drawings 20% on the equipment. So that's what we have to take away 2,800 from the equipment. So that's 2,800 gets taken away from that. That's 11,200. That's 11,200. And equipment is, sorry, 2,800. So just check for everything else in. So equipment, light and heat, interest, done all those, everything in. So when we add up our drawings, they add up to 25. 628. Assume it's right. We can slide everything in. The last thing I have to do is my bank working. So we have to go back and do like an incomplete A with our bank. So what we do is we take our bank account, is identical to an incomplete A. We're going to put our receipts on the left. So if this is T account, our receipts are on the left. So what have we lodged? So we lodged, it tells us here, 135,000 from the cash register. And the reason I know how to do this is there's no bank mentioned here. You have to have money in the bank. It's you've just told us we've lodged money in the bank. So we definitely lodged 135,000 euros. We also lodged 4,700. And we also lodged the loan of 450. And we also lodged business. We lodged 570 at the start. So anything we've lodged, so anytime it mentions lodged, we lodged 570 there. We borrowed 450, so that's a lodgement of a loan. We lodged receipts and we lodged dividends. They're all of our lodgements, right? All of our payments then. So we paid out 530 for the business. This is where it's a little bit tricky. So we 530 for the business. We paid for the premises for 380. And we made all of these payments here. So there's light and heat 9300. The interest 45. The wages 94,000. The equipment 14,000. The rates 10,400. And the college fees 3,500. Don't forget, we also made the investments on the loan. Investments were, where's the investments here? We paid 5,900 for 4 months. So 4 by the 5, 5,900. 4 is 23,600. Now, this is a little bit rushed. I haven't done one with this sort of a question before, but because it didn't give you the bank, you have to do this. So that adds up to 115. This adds up to 1069. So then the difference for God's sake, sorry. Again. So the difference is 90,400. That's what I'm going to put my balance in as. Now, okay, so that's my bank balance. Now, have I left something out there? Because that is not the number they're getting. I'm just looking at the market scheme here because I wasn't 100% sure. So 570, and I bought the premises for 380. Sorry, 450 and 380. 570 and 530, that's correct. 135 and 47. And then this side to 530. I've left out the cash drawings as well, of course. Egypt that I am, sorry. So the cash drawings were 8840. So now I get a balance of 81,560 when I do that. Okay, so 11597 minus 1078140 is 81,560, and that's my bank balance. 81,560. And the reason I have to include the cash says it was he took a check for 170, so it had to come out of the bank account. So in the incomplete type A's, anything at the time we've seen that before when we had to work out the bank, that wasn't included because it would normally be we took from cash. Cash isn't from your bank account, but cash is from if it's a check, it is from your bank account. So that's why we had to include it. So sorry about that if I caused any confusion there. Okay, so that's us finished. We have to finish it out and balance it as best we can. So we're going to add up all of our fixed assets. 955055. Add up our current assets for them. Our liabilities, there are 3 of them. And we take them away. Get our working capital, which we'll add on to our fixed assets, and that gives us 1054785. The American scheme is saying 7. I've got American scheme has me wrong by a tenner there. So 14,136. 81,560 it's saying. It is 560. Alright, so we'll just correct that. Okay, so we put that in as our capital employed. 105,4775. Add in my drawings, which of course is a minus 25,628. Then we're going to do my sum. So we take our 105,4775. We're going to add on the 25,628. And take away then the 47, the 570, and the 450. We get 55703. Okay. So we take that 55703. We're going to work backwards. We only got 4 expenses, which doesn't look right. The light, heat, interest, wages, rates, our college fees doesn't go in, so it is right yet. No depreciations. So it's 5 to find our gross profit. We've got 55703. We'll add on the expenses and take away the 55. That's 168,480. Does it tell us? It doesn't tell us what percentage it is because you didn't actually have to do the trading profit and loss count. So you can't really complete it to there. But that's it. So hopefully that was some bit of use to you, especially that bank working, that just be aware anything that's lodged, so that any time where it says lodged, you put them on the left, and any payments from a bank account, put them on the right, and obviously just balance it. So your lodge was the 570, your dividends or your cash register of 135, your dividends of 47, and your loan, and then what your payments, so all of your cash payments plus what you paid for the business 530, you paid for this premises of 380, so all of those get taken away. Your investments obviously have to go out, and it's not cash, it's your cash drawings by check, they have to come out as well. So that's that one done. So hopefully that was a little bit of use and that didn't cause too much confusion.